for some Thanksgiving Mario Maker 2. Happy Thanksgiving out there, people. I hope you got to spend some time with loved ones and that it was a good day for you. I had a great day. I was really glad to get to spend some time with my family, and I'm very thankful for them. So that was very good. That was quite good. There's that. All right. We got TikTok in the mix. Had a great meal. Good gracious. Had an excellent Thanksgiving meal. It was delicious. What's up, Ty? Happy Thanksgiving. How are ya? How are ya? What's up, Peter? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Peter, my boy. Whoops. There we go. Hit that like button for me, people. Give me that Thanksgiving like. What's up, Fernando? What's going on, Jan? Yeah, you get me straight from Thanksgiving. I got home and I was like, you know, if I'm going to do a stream, it's most likely going to have to happen immediately because I might even pass out. Might pass out early. It's that classic Thanksgiving struggle. You end up getting sleepy after the meal. At least I do. How's your Thanksgiving out there, Jan? What's up, Enrique? What's going on, Dave? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank we came out. I've been sitting at work all day. I'm so sorry, bro. What's up, Robbie? Gobble till you wobble. There you go, Robbie. That is sort of where we're at this point. Gobble till you wobble. There we go. Hit that like button for me, chat. Come on now. Oh, don't do this to me. Okay, it fixed itself. It actually listened. That's always nice. What's up, Atlas? Happy Thanksgiving. What's up, Susie? Happy Thanksgiving. I got the itis. Exactly. Exactly. And I know for a long time people attributed it to the stuff in turkey. Tryptophan? I don't know if that's what it's called. But then I remember learning that you'd actually need a massive amount, like an insane amount. You'd have to eat an insane amount of turkey for that to actually have that effect. So more than likely, the post-Thanksgiving draw to a nap is more related to just eating a ton of food, more than any ingredient in any of the dishes. I think it's just that high likelihood you probably ate more than you normally would at a Thanksgiving dinner table. So that's a recipe to get a little sleepy. What's up, Boo? Hey, thanks, Fernando. What's up, Cameron? Thanksgiving was good. You got to see your family watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Nice, Peter. What's up, Robert? There it is, the tryptophan. Thanks, Cameron. I came straight from Thanksgiving to the stream. What's up? I am cool. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. What's up, Erica? Big show. Double Star Mom 35. Happy Thanksgiving. On your way from Ben's parents to your mom. Okay, you got to do the double duty on Thanksgiving. I always hated doing two places for Thanksgiving. I'd way rather switch off year to year. Because with one stop on a holiday, you can look forward to it and it's balanced. But if I've got two or more stops on the holiday, now the whole time I'm at the first stop, I'm anxious about getting to the second stop in time and with enough time to not leave right away. And then once I'm at the second stop, now I'm anxious about, well, how long do I have to stay before I can leave? And I just want to get home. Whereas, like, today was just one stop, and I didn't deal with any of that. So I really appreciated that. What's up, X-Files? Happy Thanksgiving. What's up, Scott? Happy Thanksgiving. Oops. Well, what's going on? Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. All right, we're about to get into it here. We started this level but did not finish it. That is where it's at, people. That is where it's at. So double tap the screen for me, hit that like button, and let's make it happen here. Mike T. Mikey with the world record. Only 4 clears. Look at this. The Beast, Mike T. Mikey, and Casper. I just don't recognize Scallywag, but shout out to Scallywag for getting it done. This is going to be a tricky one. This may be a tricky one. Well, I think it's definitely going to be a tricky one. Scott's asking, do I do endless runs anymore? Yeah, I actually got back to playing Endless Expert, and in so doing, I came across this level creator. And ever since I came across this level creator, the streams have been dedicated to playing these amazing levels, much like what happened with Squid 1003. And once I exhaust the Nurkte levels, I'll likely get back to Endless. But there is a whole other Nurkte account to explore, so we'll see. Tomorrow's when you'll do the meal with your mom. She lives so far, I wouldn't be able to get 2 meals in on Thanksgiving. Oh, I hate the double duty. What's up, Nathaniel? Great to see you. Thanks for the happy Thanksgiving. Double dipping. Double dipping, somebody's going to get their feelings hurt? Maybe. What's up, George? Happy Thanksgiving. What's up, Blue Man? Happy Thanksgiving. Knock out the trolls. What's up, Eugene? Happy Thanksgiving. All right. Hey. Now, yeah, I got the right level code up there. I got the right level code up there. What's up, Kiwi? What's up, Doug? Thanks for the heart. Oh, I can't land. Happy Thanksgiving. Ooh, that worked. Yeah, so this is where I need to figure out, how do I pick one up? How do I pick one of those up? Oops. George with 500 stars. Thank you, George. Kicking it off as the super star leader. The star drop is for you, my good man. Happy Thanksgiving, Night Wolf. What's up, K. Borowski? Yeah, we probably will check out that other account, Joanna. What's up, Joey? Gobble, gobble. Oh, I gotta go right away or this doesn't work. Gobble till you wobble. No, I gotta do that bottom left to the top right. Happy Thanksgiving, Jeff. Bow here. Boom. And then, oh, I could just get it on the way down. See that? How do I do this? I don't know what I'm trying. Well, I've definitely got to pick one up. The same way that I'm picking one up here. I got to do that again here. I just don't know how. Have you ever had Raisin Cane's? I have had it once, and it was all right. I wasn't, like, crazy about it, but I also thought it was good. It was definitely something I would have again. But it's nothing that I would seek out. But if it was offered, I'd take it. Bro, what do you want from me here? Couldn't handle the Mario sounds? Go for other music? Yeah, and a couple streamers do that. Especially level creator streamers. Oh, how did I get one? How did that just happen? I just got one. Did you see that? I don't know how I ended up with one in my hands, but that's exactly what I wanted. Maybe it's that stack. We did a low bounce off the second one. I think maybe it's the stack. I was underestimating. Oh, it went backwards on it. But if I have this one, no. No clear video I could find. I need them to keep walking to the right, I think. No? No, we did a practice run making the duck. That's right. It was better than yours. Not humble about it. It's fine as long as you don't have to cook. There you go. It's a win. It's still a win. In this case, it's still a win. How do I get it to not... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hold on. That might be it. Jeff believes in me. What's up, Midnight? Happy Thanksgiving. We're just going to keep going. Looks like if I anticipate them walking to the left, we can still make it work. Oh, my gosh. What's up, Andrew? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. See, how do I anticipate that? It's the same as the Kaizo move with the go from the shell. You pick up the Goomba. Right. The thing that sets it apart is that it's in motion, left to right. See? That feels like what I'm doing wrong. I think that's wrong. The way I'm throwing it, there has to be a more intentional way to go about it that avoids having them turn around. See? Like that. That's what I'm looking for. Well, let's just pretend I somehow kept going. Oh my gosh, this is going to be really tough. Happy Thanksgiving, Lewis. I guess I don't want to jump up and to the right. If there's one thing that seems to consistently mess it up. But see, it's so I don't have much time to... What's up, Sai? The truth is, 4 people have already done this. And they all did it without a clear video. I think the thing I'm really failing is to control this part. That. If I can consistently get that stack of Goombas walking to the right, then that fixes a lot of my problems. It almost feels like I'm bouncing off that one too early. Jess, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for the super chat. This song is for you. You are amazing. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. Okay. See, that was good. Thank you, Dave. I think maybe I'm throwing the Galumba too early. Is that what's causing the issue? Yeah, that's it. That's it. If I hold on to it a little longer, it fixes my problem. See? Now. We've overcome one obstacle here. Now I have to throw that up. It's when you drop, have a Galumba drop from the top. If you take out the top 3, you don't run into the problem. So that, I guess that's what's being accomplished by throwing it later. All I know is it's working. That's all I care about. There we go. Pop, pow. It feels like I'm supposed to take out both of them. Thanks, Eugene. Too early? Yeah. Yeah, that really is it. As far as what I can do to make it work. Huh. Oh, I didn't. I had a stack of 4 that time. So that must be I got too much height and threw it too late. That's what I want. That's what I don't want. I also don't want that. Got it. Nice save, Pat. Nice. That's where it feels like there's got to be a better strat. Maybe I'm throwing that too early. Maybe the idea is you have to really wait till the last second so that you can take advantage of the momentum. Yeah, it was nice. We took a walk. There we go. We took a walk after the meal. No, that's not it. Any Black Friday going out of business sales on Stars? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure as Facebook is winding down Facebook gaming. But they should. I like the idea. Like to complete. Okay, appreciate your double star. But we got to take a nice walk after the meal. I love that. I wonder what's supposed to happen next. That extra one ruins it. Too early. There it is. Happy Thanksgiving, Jesse. What's up, Todd? Happy Thanksgiving. That's what we want. But, again, it really feels like I'm supposed to take them both out with that. But that's asking a lot, which makes you think I might be wrong about that. See, how is that going to work? Happy Thanksgiving, K. Bronsky. A happy birthday song on Thanksgiving? I'll do a... Doesn't Adam Sandler have a Thanksgiving song? Bad part about Thanksgiving is when you eat too much. Yeah, it's like a guaranteed, Jesse. Is Facebook gaming going away? It sure is. Facebook gaming is going away, but it's still uncertain as to what that means for gaming content on Facebook. Because while Facebook gaming may not exist, that doesn't mean that there will no longer be any gaming content on Facebook. It means there won't be a dedicated space for it. Oh, I really want to get this part down. But I'm struggling. There we go. That was beautiful. Look at that. And then Bob, pick this up. Okay. Progress. That actually did work. That did not work. Planes, trains, and automobiles. That's John Candy, right? That was beautiful. Okay, we're getting there now. We are getting there, chat. Shout out to my lurkers as well. Happy Thanksgiving to all the lurkers. Nice. That was a good shot. Oh. Okay, I think I was getting too stuck on trying to take out both. Because visually, I'm just thinking, okay, all the jumps are off of these little guys. So visually, it seems like the indication is that dude is an obstacle. Okay, progress. So you can still stream on Facebook, and will there be stars and money to be made? Well, that's more of the question mark. The only thing we know for sure is that Facebook gaming as a program won't exist. We really don't know too much beyond that. At least I don't know. What's up, Nick? Thanks for the hot. Happy Thanksgiving. There you go, Eugene. Hitting Thanksgiving with a little birthday action. That's what you don't want. That's exactly... What's up, Steffi? Happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day. A day of turkey. Let me hear everybody's top 3 Thanksgiving side dishes. One of those, the number 1 spot for me, mashed potatoes. A close second, stuffing. And I am going to call the third, a controversial choice, gravy. The gravy can enhance many of the side dishes. Oh, come on. Nurkte is a diabolically genius level creator. Very true. One of the best in the business. Very impressive stuff here. Come on. Favorite dessert? Oreo pie. That sounds good, Jesse. Mashed potatoes and gravy. There you go. Yeah, the gravy is a pretty beautiful thing. Oh, come on. Deviled eggs, funeral potatoes, and my award-winning rice pudding. Now, I've seen funeral potatoes on the internet, but I've never tasted them, but it seems like something I would adore. As a big potato fan. I think I've got to come down facing left, stuffing all the way. We have the same top three, Jen. Mac and cheese is a good one, Eugene. Happy American Thanksgiving. You celebrate earlier here. That's right, Matt. Mashed potatoes so good, Jesse. What's up, George? Arroz con gandules. Stuffing. Mashed sweet potato. That sounds good. So I got a gifted sub. That's awesome. Thanks to whoever gave it. Cornbread casserole sounds good, Doug. I never had that. I bet I'd like it, though. Score Bunny 88, the great. Thanks for the heart and happy Thanksgiving. Matt's down with these sides, though. Okay, you know what I'm saying, Matt. Big shout out, Just Peachy Game in 54. Happy Thanksgiving. Arroz con gandules. I know that's rice with, I don't know, gandules. Homemade stuffing, fresh acorn squash, and rolls. Rolls are pretty great, Scott. Midnight sent 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Midnight. That was very nice of you. You are amazing. Thanks for the support.
Thanks for the support.
Potato salad is your favorite. See, the mayo ruins everything for me. The mayo ruins everything for me. Oh! Still made it work. And then ruined it. Still too early. What's up, Andrew? Happy Thanksgiving. Still made it work. Let's practice. Oh, man. What are you thankful for this year? I'm definitely thankful for Super Pat World, that's for sure. It's like a Spanish P. Okay. Don't have Thanksgiving in the UK? Okay, shout out to George in the UK. Mashed potatoes is a favorite. Thanksgiving is the only day you go against the no potato recommendation. Stuffing is your second. Mother-in-law makes gluten-free rolls you can eat. Okay, that's pretty good. What's up, Eric? Happy Thanksgiving. This is a tough one, chat. This is what you'd call a tough level. Nice. That's what we're looking for. And that is what we're not looking for. For yourself, you're thankful for your life, your friends, family, and community. Eugene, that's beautiful. That is beautifully said, my man. Oh! Wait, how? How in the world do you do this part? Because I can't switch to a spin jump. I need one here. What is this? Oh my gosh, chat. This is going to take forever. You could live happily eating turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, corn, and gravy. Yeah, that's pretty great. Add green bean casserole. I never had that, Matt. A few more because it's Thanksgiving midnight. Oh my goodness! Coming through with more gifted subs. And thank you, Sai, for the 25 bits. Thanks for that support, people. You are amazing. Thanks for the support. My Thanksgiving wish. Thankful for anyone who doesn't have to sit through the ads. We got to start over here, Lady Rose. This is a wild level, right, Steffi? Shout out to Derek for the follow. I'm thankful for Derek. The level until Christmas? It might be, Doug. It might be this level till Christmas. Hey, that works. Man, it's so hard to pull back. Let's get more subs. Do you think it's beyond my Mario skills? I wouldn't say it's beyond my Mario skills, In fact, I would say I'm now good enough at Mario Maker 2 that a lot of, I would say, my estimation would be that 80% of the levels in this game, I have the skill to clear, but it could potentially take 40 hours or more to clear them. So a lot of the levels that I wouldn't clear have more to do with an unwillingness to put in 40 hours on a single level than... There we go. How in the... That doesn't make sense. That is freaking me out. How in the world... I think I'm supposed to still have this in my hand. What? Every time this dude's been an obstacle. You know what I'm talking about? The big dude standing here? What's up, Chessa? Come across the For You page. Happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to Chessa. No one can do it better than Chessa. That doesn't really rhyme, but it kind of does. Wish YouTube had a way to jump back to the live. Get caught up like a few minutes behind if you leave. Yeah, if you click the button. There is a way, I believe, Jordan. If you just click the button that says live, it should go from gray to red, and then you should be caught up. It's my favorite dessert. You made a Nutter Butter banana pudding today. Oh, my gosh. That sounds pretty wild. Favorite dessert? Well, the favorite dessert I had today was apple. It was this fresh-made apple pie. It was unbelievable. But generally speaking, my all-time favorite dessert is ice cream. Nothing can beat ice cream for me. But what's apple pie is probably the most traditional Thanksgiving dessert. Oh, come on, bro. Huge progress. Thank you, Marcus, coming through with the bits. Thanks for the support. You are amazing. Thanks for the support. You can't have apple pie. You're allergic to apples. Oh, that's so sad. I love apples. Apples and caramel, apple pie. Oh, gosh. Your grandma made the best homemade apple pie. Homemade crust using lard and hand-picked apples. There you go, Midnight. There you go, Blue Man. It worked. Okay, I'm so glad. Perfect. I'm glad you... Well, you expressed it perfectly, because I was able to instantly understand exactly what you meant, which you've been in my stream long enough to know that's the big struggle when it comes to communicating with me. Okay, what can I possibly do here? I bounce off of this dude. I have this dude in my hand, right? And now I have one jump here. And then seemingly there's no path forward without jumping on that dude. So maybe that's it. Maybe that time it's not an obstacle. Is there any time the big dude is not an obstacle? Like, see, in here, it's an obstacle. But I guess I do use one of them. And the fact that there isn't another jump, I think I just have to accept. Oh, it turned left. Pumpkin pie. Mine's called raspberry slice. Graham cracker crust, cream cheese. Hold on. There we go, getting that down. Because, see, that is a jump off that one. No, I can't make it there. Like, what in the world could that be? I'm all right, school, but I was really glad to spend some time with my niece especially. Grandma made cherry pie. Not sure if you have pecan pie. And 5 more from Midnight and 1 from Alice. Hey, thanks for the gifted subs coming through, chat. I hope you all get one. You are amazing. Thanks for the support. What's up, X-Files? There you go. You're on fire. Makes me think of NBA Jam. He's on fire. I always played the Game Boy version because that's the one NBA Jam I had was the Game Boy version. And then I got the Super Nintendo. Uh-oh. Save it. Nice! Not nice. Got the Super Nintendo, and rather than get a new NBA Jam for the Super Nintendo, I got a Super Game Boy. Anybody else have the Super Game Boy? It let you put your Game Boy games into an SNES cartridge. So I used to use that to play Tetris, Home Alone. That was another Game Boy game I used to rock a lot. Super Mario Land and NBA Jam. Oh, I'm just under-jumping that the tiniest amount. Shout out Miss Dark Angel coming through with the follow. Appreciate you, Miss Dark Angel. It's an interesting name. Little contrast. We got the darkness, but still angelic. Oh, I bonked. Not a very angelic move. What's up, Balin? Happy Thanksgiving. Nice to see you. They're taking on a tough level here. Trying to understand the order of operations. Yeah, there's... What do I do? I don't even have a guess because I can't land. I can't land. So even if I had one in my hand, what can I possibly do? Maybe I make a big jump with it in my hand and I just run into it midair and try to get enough momentum beyond the platform. I can kind of see that in my mind's eye. Switches are like that. The only systems that don't play Game Boy games. Still have your Super Game Boy. Remember that, George? Jump off the Goombrat? What do you mean? Well, that's the thing. I am jumping off the Goombrat. I don't know what to do after that. You're talking to your brother yesterday. NBA Streets. I remember that game. Another good basketball game. Hold on a sec, chat. All right. I'm stumped. Feeling stumped here. It's funny. I've got this collared shirt on with sweatpants right now. I was like, I'll keep the shirt on, but I'm definitely going to sweats. That's my first move. When I get home, number one thing that's happening, get those outside clothes off and get on some inside clothes, namely sweatpants. I don't even like to sit on the couch before I've changed into, come on, Pat, into my sweatpants. And I got a nice little collection now. Got a nice little sweatpant collection. That was beautiful. Man, that's tough. I wonder if I'm doing it right. Do I still have my dog? No, that was my ex-wife's dog. Zeta. She was amazing. But when she moved with Zeta. Like that? You see what I mean? Like that? Then I could grab that one. And then that would get me there. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Working from home 5 years, wearing the inside clothes. I have to put pants on every now and then to make sure I still fit into them. Midnight, I definitely can relate to that from when I was doing full-time streaming. Because it was like, well, most days I didn't have to go anywhere. It was awesome. What's up, Buzzerbeater Bobby? Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry, Facebook won't let you post. I know it's been a disaster over there. What's up, Andy? Happy Thanksgiving. Nice to see you. Of course it's Buzzerbeater Bobby. I'm stumped. Renity, the level's too easy. Okay, well, you came just in time, Renity, because I need some help. So for anyone that is finding this looking easy, I need you to weigh in and tell me, what would you do? What would you do? I need a little assist on the strat. Yikes. so long to not touch the ground. You ain't kidding. In a car full of children playing the tuba, flute, and automaton. Thankful for the noise-canceling headphones. That's a good thing to be thankful for. There you go, Buzzer Beater Bobby. Great to see you. I don't know what we're going to do here. Ooh, saved it. Oh, there it is! There it is! What is that? Oh my gosh. Well, we did it. Always carry one of the creatures to help? That is actually great advice. Anytime that there's a stack of at least 2, that is true. You do end up having to grab one, Renity. Renity. Saying that word makes me think of Clarity, one of my favorite Mac Miller songs. Off Macadelic. How do we do that? I must have to throw it up super early. Oh no. How much level is left? Wow, I got something in my throat that will not go away. 35-second level. So let's pay attention to what the timer says when we make it to where we keep losing. And we'll have some sense of our completion rate. Oh, that's tough. Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Game Lab. How dare you? Happy Thanksgiving, J-Man. Oh my gosh, we just barely made that work. How did I ever get that to work? Oh, we made that. Okay, hold on. See, this is actually... Yes! Okay. Okay, and we're at 269. So I would say we are about 40% of the way through the level, which is being a little generous. Oh, come on, bruh. Been busy here in cold Oregon, working and helping your mom run her errands in town. Hosea is a really small town between 2 slightly bigger, Hood River and the Dalles. All right, well, shout out to you, Bobby. This is tough. You ain't kidding, Dave. There's some progress, Chessa. I don't think any lesser of Chessa. Now, see, that actually rhymes. There we go. Yeah! Okay, it's the momentum. Okay, Chessa's down with it. I'm never thinking any lesser of Chessa. All right, here we go. That's definitely the move. As early as I can throw that up, the better. Kiwi believes. Thank you, Kiwi. You're always a believer. You're always a believer. And I'm always a golden retriever. Unless I'm depressed, then I am a black cat. Yeah! There we go! Okay. Look at this, chat. Look at this! Look at me go! Come on, we're still in it! We're still in it! Oh my gosh! Oh, that... Okay. Huge progress. We basically got 10 seconds of the level left from there. That was huge. That was a massive attempt. Golden retrievers and black cats. There you go. Works both ways. Good to have the balance of both. Maybe good's a stretch. But there's some balance to that. Oh my gosh. Big progress, double star. There we go. We're getting that pretty consistent. Nice. No, it can't bonk. We're just going to keep going to practice. There we go. I'm finally getting the hang of that. The trick is you have to already be generating your momentum to the right as you're jumping with that thing in your hands. So if you wait till you're already consciously making the jump, it's too late to make the adjustments you need to. You got to anticipate it. I failed to anticipate it. But we're going to practice. Gonna practice to try to find some progress. Oh, that worked. How does that work, though? Do I still need to have it in my hand? Come on, Chessa. Not thinking any lesser of Chessa. Hey. No, I needed that. I needed that guy. Nice. That was perfectly set up. Good. Very good. I like what I'm seeing here. Oh, I need to re-grab it there. I don't know how. I kind of did it, but oh my gosh. Erica's description there, a car full of children playing the tuba, flute, and odomatone. That instantly makes me think of that book, It Could Always Be Worse, with a family that they end up living with all the animals. It starts as just being a house that's full, but then the elder of the village keeps telling them to add more and more stuff to their house, which is just exemplifying. It could always be worse. So then by the time they take everything back out of the house and they're back to where they started, they feel like it's peace and quiet. You know, the same idea like if you see a baseball player warming up before they're going to be up to bat, you'll see them swinging 3-4 bats at a time. And that way, when they swing one bat, it feels like they could swing that thing 10 times faster. It's like add the resistance to take the resistance away. Oh, I still brought it. That's pretty tricky. Not supposed to still be able to have it. And then that makes me think of that proverb of the farmer. There we go. Nice. Saved it. Come on now. Still got a chance here. Look at this. Oh, I throw it. That's it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no, no, no. Good gracious. What are you doing to me? Okay, wow. The first jump, I throw it. I jump up and then just throw it straight across both of them. And then my next jump, I pick it up on the way by. That makes way more sense. Okay, so this farmer, let's see if I can remember it. I might have to ask AI. I think I did this. I have a deja vu. I'm pretty sure this exact same thing happened once, where I brought this up and then needed AI to give me the details. But it's a cool little proverb that exemplifies how often in life things that seem bad can turn out to be a blessing in disguise, and sometimes the things that seem the best can turn out to be a disaster. It goes both ways. But it can be a powerful... Okay, like this. Boom. No, I guess that doesn't quite work. Because I don't know how I'm going to line up to pick it up. Oh. I can feel my nose stuffing up. Especially when you're going through some really tough stuff and it just feels like, oh my gosh, everything is completely ruined. It is helpful to have that reminder of, well, you know what? Some of the stuff that feels bad now could be part of what makes the future better in a way that I can't anticipate. So it's like, in the present, you can't really say, oh. In the present, it's basically impossible to know for sure just how good or bad any one life event is. And there's actually a good amount of comfort in that. Oh, that works, see? And then I have to throw it up early enough. I think. Remember when I told that story before? Hold on, chat. Humor me for a minute. Humor me for a quick minute here. Proverb. Let's see what it says. Okay, it's a Taoist parable called The Chinese Farmer or The Old Man and His Horse. Here's the short version. Once upon a time, there was a poor Chinese farmer who had a horse. One day, the horse ran away. The neighbors said, "Oh, what bad luck." The farmer replied, "Maybe good, maybe bad, we'll see." A few days later, the horse returned, bringing 7 wild horses with it. The neighbors said, "Wow, what great luck." The farmer said, "Maybe good, maybe bad. We'll see." You pick up what's going on here. The farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses, fell off, and broke his leg. The neighbors said, "How terrible! What bad luck!" The farmer said, "Maybe good, maybe bad. We'll see." Soon after, the emperor's army came to the village to draft all the young men into the war. Because the son's leg was broken, he was spared from the draft. The neighbor said, "What incredible luck." The farmer said, "Maybe good, maybe bad. We'll see." And the core lesson is, it says the core lesson, the old man from the frontier lost his source. How do you know it's not a blessing? In English, we often shorten it to maybe good, maybe bad, or we'll see. It's a beautiful reminder to stay calm and not overreact to events because we rarely know the full story in the moment. What seems like a disaster today, even use my word disaster, what seems like a disaster today might turn out to be the best thing that ever happened and vice versa. So I love that. I'm very encouraged by that sort of reality check because it puts me in check of how convincing does it feel, chat, that especially when something that, you know, really either seems really great or really bad. Emotionally, it feels very convincing that it actually is that good or bad. It's very convincing. But I like that little reminder that it's actually, there we go. It's actually impossible to know. And that's all right. And that's real good news for the not so great stuff. Oh! Why didn't that work? Why did that not work? Because here's why I'm confused. I threw up the dude early enough that he made it all the way up here. Seemingly, he should have already taken out the second one that I took damage on. There it is, Chessa. It's almost like the outro, exactly. So many of bad life events led to the best things. I was going to join the Peace Corps, but was medically declined far into the process because of my heart. Without that, I would have become a teacher and wouldn't have met Ben and therefore not had your family. Great example, Double Star. Can you toss the Goomba earlier at the Goombrats instead of kicking it up? Well, they're stacked up. Oh, but I guess it would descend. Let me try that. I get what you're saying. Maybe that's the move. Oh, gosh. Nice. Oh, no. We're just going to rock with it. Oh, I guess not. Guess we're not going to rock with it. All right, good run. Good run here. Aha! And then I'd probably grab it again. I think you're 100% right, Clumsy. It's the same thing. You throw it across twice. Okay, beautiful. I might need to grab a tissue. I can't stand sniffling. I can't stand sniffling. That doesn't work because I need it again. About to arrive at your mom's. Sinks not be able to say my parents. Okay, that's fair. Thanks for covering all the chaos that's happened in the car. There you go. Shout out Double Star. People, if you haven't already, you got to check out Double Star Mom 35. One of the greatest streamers to ever live. Barely made that work. But barely still counts in this case. Nice, Pat. No! I threw it a little early. Woke up to a flat tire this morning. Hard to see the good side of that. Well, that's just it. What you'd have to imagine is there was a possibility that had you not gotten that flat tire, you may have gotten into a car accident that you would never have known about because it didn't play out that way. But that's just one of the applications where it's like you get a flat tire and that caused you to not be on the road at the same time you would have been otherwise. And it's possible you could have gotten in a bad car accident if not for that flat tire. No way to know. Impossible to know. It's that classic, like, if a tree falls in the middle of the woods when no one's around, does it still make a sound? Oh! For a long time, I didn't get that. I thought that just sounded dumb. I'm like, well, of course it makes a sound. What is the point of even saying that? Because we already know for a fact when a tree falls, it makes a sound. That's not the point of that saying or that, like, paradox. It's the same thing, like Toy Story. You can't prove that there isn't some miraculous thing that happens that when you leave the room, the toys might start moving. You can't. The nature of the thing makes it impossible to prove or disprove. Because if there was any form of surveillance, the magic wouldn't happen in the context of like a Toy Story situation. So it makes it impossible to disprove. Oh, way too early again. The semester at my current university, you had to take off due to getting a bad case of COVID. It turns out it had gone that semester. There was a lot of bad activity that could have resulted in getting injured. There you go. Might have protected you. No one is around to hear it. How do you know for sure? Exactly. That's the point, Boo. There's a book called Energy Bus where the whole premise is a guy's life is changed by a flat tire. He met a bus driver that changed his perspective on everything and saved his job and marriage. Oh, my gosh. That's interesting. Well, there you go. That's this concept applied, that it's like life is such a strange series of events. And the whole topic we're discussing is that in the moment, some of these events can seem very troublesome. But oftentimes, those same troublesome events, when you look back on them, you say, oh my gosh, it's actually kind of a good thing that happened because this, and this. It's not to say every bad thing that happens has a silver lining. I'm not taking it to that extreme. It's more of, because you can't know because the nature of it is you can't know, it serves you best. It's in your best interest to choose to believe that there may be a bright side that you don't know about yet. Almost. Oh my gosh, we're at the end, bro! We're at the end! Wait a minute! Wait a minute. We're at the end. I had no idea we're at the... Wow. All right, chat. I'm very encouraged. I'm very encouraged. When we signed off the last time, I was a little worried that we weren't going to be able to get this done without a clear video. Forces unknown that control lives. Well, there's certainly a lot of theories about it and lots of different ways to look at it and lots of different things to believe. My main point is that as someone who can be drawn towards seeing things from a more negative side. No, it's not really negative, it's cynical. I feel like I'm a cynical optimist. That's what I feel that I've discovered about myself. I'm a cynical optimist. My default setting when looking at things is to kind of see more of the positive side, but with that said, I question every little thing, which can often make it feel like pessimism. But I'm a cynical optimist. That's the terminology I'm using. Bro, that's it. We just have to get that last one. Here we go, Bale and George and George. A jaded optimist. We got to lock in here, Steffi. Chessa belief. Thank you, Chessa. Never thought any lesser. How to view all the aliens. Well, that's the thing. That's a great application as well. Because you might think that you know for sure one way or the other. Yes, aliens definitely exist, or no, aliens definitely don't exist. And logically, it's pretty tough to make a case that you can say for sure one way or the other. You can have you can base your opinion on the available facts, but the nature of it is unknowable. Even just, and I'll keep it as general as possible so it doesn't apply to any particular religion, but even the concept of God existing, you cannot say with absolute certainty one way or the other that he does or doesn't exist. That doesn't mean you can't be 100% sure and convinced of it. You can. And you can also be sure and convinced he doesn't exist. That exists, but, oops. But with that said, the nature of there being, of God existing, separate from us here on Earth, makes it so that you can't know. You can't know absolutely. It's impossible to know. Faith is required one way or the other. And similar to aliens. Do aliens exist? Maybe. Maybe not. How would you be able to prove that they did or didn't exist? Well, nowadays, if there was any kind of video evidence, obviously, most of us would be like, well, that's just AI generated. That's the weird part about the point in history we're heading towards, which is we've always been able to trust our eyes for the most part. Outside of, like, magic, like magicians, generally speaking, like, even in a court of law, you can trust what you're seeing in a video in a way that is basically just not true anymore. All right, come on, Patty Boy. Let's make this happen. Oh, that almost worked. Streams the conversations that happen are amazing. That's easy to say, Jan. Well, that proves you're in the right place, my man. Jan, my man, you're in the right spot. A little too far right. Would be surprised if aliens exist, if life can exist here. Who says it can't elsewhere? And that's just it. I don't think you can say definitively. You can't know that it's impossible for life to exist outside Earth. It's impossible to know that. You can make convincing theories based on real evidence. That's true. But that's not the same as knowing and proving. Which is all the more reason. There's a lot to be said for keeping an open mind because there's just a lot we don't know. We have theories, we have evidence, but there is a lot that we do not know. No! But we like to, as humans, we like to feel like we know more than we do. Like it's a lot safer to feel like you know things you don't actually know. Oh, gosh. There you go. George is a magician. I was just watching a YouTube thing about the feud that I didn't even know existed between Chris Angel and David Blaine. I liked them both. Definitely different styles. But I definitely watched Chris Angel Mind Freak back in the day. But I've always looked forward to any David Blaine special. David Blaine's recent TV show was really good. I forget what it was called. Man, I'm so close. We're almost there. The hubris gets us into trouble. Yeah, but I think it's like a combo of hubris rooted in fear. That ultimately, our strong desire to feel like we know things we can't know is at least partially related to it being scary to not know. It is pretty terrifying going through this life without being able to know for certain things. But that's where we're at, people. That's the life we live. We don't get to know it all. We got to look at the evidence and decide what we believe for all of it. Aliens all the way across the board. This is the one. Oh, I thought it was it. Blaine is incredibly good. He's unbelievable. Fear the unknown, normal for humanity. Exactly. David Blaine is shocking. He's a shocking man. He is definitely a good case study for what can happen when your ability to refine your own self-discipline just gets to such an extraordinary level. That's what David Blaine is to me. This is someone who has sort of mastered the art of self-discipline. And at this point, like, in fact, part of the show that I'm talking about that he did recently was him traveling around the world and learning from other magicians. And that's what I mean, that he now has the self-discipline that he can be confident that any technique that's been developed, he's confident he can learn it and master it. And he can. He's done it 100 different times now with 100 different things. From holding his breath to all the crazy stuff he does. Because that's part of what makes his magic more compelling. Is it's not all sleight of hand. He's great at sleight of hand and card tricks and that. But he also has that little element of it doesn't even seem possible a human could do this. Oh, that was almost it. Oh, that was almost it. Too many coincidences to not believe in a higher power for you? That's fair, Vu. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You got to go by what evidence you have. And anyone who's telling you with absolute certainty, one way or the other, should be a little suspicious of their agenda. Because ultimately, I think the most measured way to express it is it can't be known. But you can give all the very valid reasons you do or don't believe any given thing. But what I'm describing, though, is cognitive dissonance. How can you, and I guess that's really what's at the root of this whole discussion, is cognitive dissonance is the idea of being able to hold two opposing realities in your mind at the same time. That doesn't feel good. That's uncomfortable. And so, using aliens as an example, can you, in the same moment, consider, okay, I'm going to, from the starting point of I don't know if aliens exist or not, As of this moment, I don't know. Now I'm going to explore both sides and consider that both are possible. I'm going to consider, yes, maybe aliens are possible, or no, maybe aliens are not. Maybe they don't exist. To be able to battle through that in your mind and genuinely consider both sides equally, simultaneously. I don't even want this in my hand. There we go. That is difficult. That's difficult. You study a couple different religions. A lot of stories help me throughout the day, throughout your life. There you go, Vu. Happy Thanksgiving, DJ Apollo. Big shout out to you. The amazing DJ Apollo. The one and only. Oh, we're almost there. We are knocking on the door this clear. We are knocking on the door, chat. But yeah, I was just thinking about how cognitive dissonance, your ability to consider two opposing thoughts or conclusions at the same time, I think that is a part of intelligence, just general intelligence. Like, typically, intelligence is defined as your ability to learn. Can you learn quickly and deeply? But I think there's a lot more to it than that. And something like your own tolerance for cognitive dissonance, I feel like, is a pretty big part of it. Because it's directly related to critical thinking. Like, the less able you are to do that, the more impossible critical thinking becomes. I'm thankful for you too, DJ Apollo. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you got to see the family. No, I need that. I need it. We're basically one jump away at this point. We just need a series of attempts to get close enough to make this happen. Like, I think if we can get there 3 more times, kind of close together, we're going to have it. No! Okay, see? Now I want to get back there ASAP. Happy Thanksgiving, Jeremy. In a bit of pain. Oh, well, you get the cat in your lap. There you go, Clumsy. Happy Thanksgiving to the amazing gaming band director. The one and only. A legendary streamer. You got to check him out. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. I need that. I need that for the next jump. What's up, Frank? Happy Thanksgiving, bro. To Frank, whose ship has never sank. Chat, I hope you take a screenshot and try this level out, because it is a wild one. It is a wild one, in the best way. We're almost there, Jay. We're almost there, Scott. Drew too long? That happens. Have you found Nurkte's other account to keep doing these levels? Yeah. Yeah. Jess found at least one of them. Big shout out to Jess. Thank you for the help, as always. As always. This is a very cool level, Jonathan. All these levels have been amazing. Nurkte. Very difficult, but very cool. There we go. No! I could feel myself drifting left there. funny we have these conversations. You recently strayed from believing in anything and picked it back up about a month ago. Had a lost of your positive outlooks because of it. There you go, Vu. Well, I encourage you to keep on searching. Keep on thinking through it all. Because 2025, it's pretty amazing the amount of information we have in front of us. But it's also amazing the amount of misinformation we have in front of us. And so we're in a pretty unique point in history where if you want to go through life never considering the deeper things, there's enough to be distracted by that you can pretty legitimately do that kind of easily. Like, imagine back in the Little House on the Prairie days. You were spending a lot of time not distracted. Whereas now it feels like one thing that when I think of this is whenever I'm waiting in line somewhere. Because I grew up, when you waited in line, you had to look around, find something on the wall to read. Oh, my gosh. It was a boring experience. And that was the time where your mind's going to wander and drift and this and that. Whereas nowadays, look, anytime you're in a line, everybody's on their phone, which, as they should be. If I had a phone available as a kid in the line, I certainly would have used it. But my point is, it's like easier than ever to just get lost in distraction. And as someone who's heavily affected by ADHD, I can tell you that you can even invent ways to be distracted. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I laugh at, I'm still alive? No. Sometimes I'll laugh at myself that I'll be editing a TikTok or a reel, whatever, on my laptop. I got that on my lap. I got something going on TV. And I'll have my phone in my hand. It's like, bro, what are you doing? That is... But I think we all know the struggle of, like, you start a show, and you know it's going to be good, but maybe it starts a little slow, and in those first 5 minutes, you happen to take out your phone, and you're like, let's see let me just take a little scroll. And then you look up, 10 minutes have gone by, and you've totally missed the premise of the thing. And now you've got a choice. Okay, well, I can either rewind, start this thing over, try to put down my phone, or I could just keep it going, and then there's less pressure to even know what's going on. It's that weird thing of, like, sometimes you end up looking for stuff to put on that you don't have to think about for the sole purpose of being able to scroll on your phone and do other things while it's on. It's just a weird dynamic. Whereas for a long time, you put something on, like I'm talking about before phones, there was nothing else in your peripheral vision. You were watching whatever you were watching. Come on, this feels good. Yes! No! I was facing left! We're so close. So I like how we grew up. The phones changed everything. I don't think kids play outside. No, without a doubt, Steffi. Without a doubt, it has changed everything. Now, and you know what? Here we can bring it full circle to the idea of how good or bad is it. We can definitely point to some very negative changes as a result of phones existing. But we can also point to some incredibly positive ones. Here's one that gets overlooked if you didn't grow up without phones. But it was a scary thing to, like, if you were driving somewhere alone, somewhere you'd never been, there was a real possibility that you broke down and ended up in a very vulnerable spot. You did not just have a phone in your pocket to call for help, and you, depending on where you were driving to, you might be in harm's way and kind of be stuck relying on getting help, finding help yourself. Whereas now, because cell phones exist, that's pretty much non-existent. If you're driving somewhere alone, as long as you've got a charger in the car, you can be sure. Well, and I guess especially now that we have service everywhere, there was a time early on cell phones, where you got service like half the time. But it's also fair to say phones have shortened attention spans, and I do think you could point to quite a few good and bad things. All right, well, you ready, chat? What are you waiting for, chat? Why won't you just let me clear this level? Oh, no! Oh, we're still in it. Come on now. No, that bonk keeps getting me. Had to think back. It hadn't been that long ago. We couldn't pause the show or rewind the show. If you missed it, you missed it. That's very true. Better not have to use the restroom. Exactly. Like, I can remember watching TGIF and then trying to time everything so I wouldn't have to get up so I could watch all of Boy Meets World. But you did have the commercial breaks to do your bathroom run or grab the snacks. Try to give yourself a break using the phone all the time. Nice job, Peter. Remember having to print directions in college. You must be talking about those MapQuest days, DJ Apollo. There it is. Stephanie knows what I'm talking about. You make your kid play outside 1 hour every day after school before devices are allowed. That's a great balance, Doug. I actually really like that balance. Are they? And so I got to imagine an hour feels like a sweet spot where even if they aren't like super into it, I feel like they can at least accept it. It's not like I feel like that's balanced. Big shout out to the parents out there. You are incredible. You are doing an impossible job. You have my ultimate respect. And I mean that wholeheartedly. You parents of the world, you're incredible. Come on, Pat. Why don't you show how incredible you are? MapQuest, DJ Paul. Technology, the human connection. You recently started putting your phone down. There you go. Putting the phone down. I have not. I have not been putting the phone down, to be clear. Oh! But it's funny that I, like, as far as social media usage goes, hey, happy Thanksgiving, Tunes. I pretty much never, ever post on my personal social media anymore. Like, I think it's probably been years at this point. And I mean, I don't even do the best job keeping up with Super Pat World. But, ultimately, I'm saying since Super Pat World has existed, my usage of personal social media is basically down to nothing. Oh, but I want to be clear. I'm not considering like scrolling a homepage to be usage. Like, I mean, like, I'm not crafting my own posts. Excuse me. On my personal accounts. All right, chat. You know what? Let me focus here. Well, let me be clear. I'm the one distracting myself here. I'm just enjoying our little Thanksgiving conversations here. But this level is demanding more of my brain than I'm giving it. Oh, I'm so close. What's up, Pikachu? Happy Thanksgiving. Pika, Pika. Oh, my gosh. I had this one friend who would always be Pikachu and would play Smash. And it would be the most annoying... In Melee. No, was it Melee? Yeah, I think Melee. In Melee... The sound effect was so annoying for Pikachu. I think it was Pikachu and Ness were the two that I couldn't stand their sound effects. Oh, come on, bro. There's so many places to bog. What's up, Josh? I almost said happy birthday. Happy Thanksgiving, Josh. We have been working on this level for a while now, and you're just in time to see the clear. It's going to be glorious. You're going to be thankful to have seen it on Thanksgiving. There we go. I'm so glad we figured that out. It's just this last bit. Come on now. Good. Good. Batty boy! There it is! There it is! Oh my gosh. That was such a great level. Take a screenshot, chat. Give it a try. Thanksgiving miracle right there. Wow. 5th one on the clear list, I believe. That was a wild one. And we did it without a clear video. Thank you, chat. A couple of you contributed. Many of you contributed. So thank you. Yeah, there we go. 5th clear. But I'm still not on the list because it hasn't refreshed. But I did just clear it. You just saw it. Unbelievable. There we go. Thanks, Jonathan, Fernando, Clumsy, George, X-Files, Cy, Jan, Dave, Pikachu, Jonathan, Game Band Director, George, Nick, thanks for the gifts. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Savage Chewbacca. It's like Nick said, it's like George McFly says, you can accomplish anything once you set your mind to it. There you go, Nick. Nice and simple. There we go, Steffi. We got it done. Thank you, Jess. We go for world record. No way. That was perfect for me. And that's the perfect. Look, Cy said the same thing. No way. Once was enough for me. I loved it. But especially, I wouldn't want to go up against Mike T. Mikey. Check him out sometime. He's got TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all the above. And he is an absolute beast at Mario Maker 2. He's unbelievable. So he could keep it. Big shout out Mike T. Mikey. A legend. Okay, chat. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you so much to anyone who hit me with any star shares, follows, likes, gifted subs, all the above. Thank you so much for your love and support. And if you are someone that struggles with depression or anxiety, you are not alone in that struggle, my friend. That's something I struggle with, and there are a lot of us struggling, so if you're one of them, make sure you got someone in your life you can talk to about it, a friend, family member, loved one, or therapist, and try to get some movement in your life. Take a walk outside, get your headphones in, your favorite music playing. It can make a big difference in your day, your physical health, and your mental health. So I encourage you with that. Hold on to hope. Believe better days are coming because you never know. Tomorrow could be the best day of your life, but you got to get there to find out. So hang in there. I'm rooting for you. If you're struggling right now, know that being in the struggle means you're still in the fight. And I'm proud of you for making it this far. Don't give up. I know life can get very overwhelming and hit you with some wild lefts and rights, ups and downs, twists and turns, traumas and tragedies, and have you feeling like, oh my gosh, everything's completely ruined. Nothing's going to be the same without this person, place, or thing in my life anymore. What's the point when things are getting worse, not better? Very valid to feel that way, but it's going to lead you to some wildly inaccurate conclusions because the truth is, there's some amazing stuff coming your way in your life. I can't tell you exactly what it is or exactly when it's coming, but I can absolutely, wholeheartedly promise and guarantee it is coming. And one of the most burdensome, devastating parts of feeling deeply depressed and anxious is being convinced it's over. I'm cooked. It is done. There's nothing that's going to get better. Nothing's going to bring me out of this. I'm always going to feel this way. That ain't true. Valid feeling, not worth beating yourself up over it, but also not worth believing. And very easy to believe when you're feeling that way. This is why it's so critical to be able to say, hey, you know what? I'm depressed right now. That kind of like flips the switch of, hey, if I can recognize that I'm depressed, then I can recognize I'm seeing reality through this filter of the depression or of the anxiety. So I can't, logically, I can't trust. I can acknowledge that I don't have an accurate view right now. And that doesn't make the feeling go away and make it be like, okay, well, now I'm happy. But it does make it easier to hold on to those conclusions a little less tightly and recognize, hey, you know what? I can't trust my thoughts and conclusions at this moment. I just got to go into survival mode, and I'm going to believe what Super Pat told me, which is that I'm not always going to feel this way, because I absolutely guarantee it. You will not always feel this way. Promise. So, if any of that resonates with you, know that I'm rooting for you big time. If you need a little family-friendly escape, I got you covered with thousands of hours of gaming content scattered across the internet. So make sure you're following Super Pat World, all one word, on every platform you can find me. And I hope to catch up with you tomorrow sometime. Probably an early stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing an early one. And thank you, Kiwi, came through with the super chat. Hold on, we got one more support song coming through. You are amazing. Thanks for the support. Hold everything, Marcus. Shout out to Marcus. Came through with 1,000 bits at the last second. Okay, well, I'm glad I read the chat before I signed off. Big shout out, Kiwi. Big shout out, Marcus. I'll play you the support song. You are I got to sign off now, but I do take level codes once a month. Last Thursday of the month at this point. Yeah. But anyways, thank you so much. Big shout out, and there's Miss Nuclear. Big shout out to Sean. Great to see you, Sean. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And happy Thanksgiving to you, Marcus. All right, so that's going to do it for me. Hope to catch up with you all tomorrow, and until then, have an